Welcome back and to the last full month of spring for this year. I'm Brittany Harlow, here for another episode of VNN's This Month in America, May 2021. We moved. That's right. VNN upgraded our old app to the new VNN app, available for free at app.verifiednews.network. No need to bother with your device app store. Just head directly to that link and register your account. Then personalize and customize. We released our new app with a new VNN exclusive concept, illustrated news stories. These stories are part of our new VNN collaboration series, which pairs journalists with graphic artists for in-depth storytelling. Our first video, Missing and Murdered: What Happened to Brittany Tiger, provided an update on the unsolved case and how the recent McGirt Supreme Court ruling is slowing justice down even more for tribal members. A lot of other news in our VNN states this month. Let's start with our entrepreneurs. In Oklahoma, young entrepreneurs shine during their night on Black Wall Street. The inaugural Youth Entrepreneur Expo was held at and sponsored by the Greenwood Cultural Center. Popping over to New York for a moment, 14-year-old Lillian Williams has been working her own line of homemade soaps and candles. Lily's Luxuries began back in 2020. She said her personal struggle with eczema has helped her with the production of her line. Back in OK, there's a lifeguard shortage, as is the case all over the country. One female entrepreneur in Tulsa is trying to change that. Katie Dalrymple of Tulsa is educating people young and old about the importance of water safety and encouraging them to apply for her lifeguard certification courses at Tulsa Lifeguard Pro. Tulsa Parks announced an opening delay for their community pools this month. They said they need 36 lifeguards on their team to be considered fully staffed. At last count, they had 5. Today marks 100 years since the Tulsa Race Massacre. The community has been commemorating the centennial for weeks and will continue to do so in the weeks ahead as well. More than 200 businesses, churches, and other buildings were destroyed between May 31st and June 1st, 1921, an equivalent to more than $25 million worth of damage today. Historians estimate hundreds of Black people were killed, thousands were left homeless. We had some housing news for you in Michigan. Homestretch answering the call to ease Traverse City's housing shortage. The nonprofit builds affordable housing for renters and people who would like to be homeowners. They're currently finishing up a townhouse project on 8th Street. And some historical news in Alabama. VNN journalist Jasmine Washington tells us how Stillman College was recognized by the National Register of Historic Places earlier this year. One of the first African-American-led institutions in the country, it also played an important role as a civil rights movement strategy and planning site in Tuscaloosa. VNN received a $5,000 grant for development of our new app earlier this month. And we're still looking for more funding to pay off the rest of the $40,000 project so journalists and news affiliates can get a greater revenue share to fund news in their communities. Contact us today if you want to help. That's all for this month. Thanks for being a part of the news revolution. I'll see you next time. Until then, download and subscribe. For VNN, I'm Brittany Harlow.